talk about digital inverters. No, not digital inverters. We need to talk about inverter figures. Okay, we're having a lot of problem in our workshop, people coming in, not understanding inverter figures. The only way you can really see them is by looking at the sign. He has a sign that says 10-year warranty, but that's not important. What is important is the digital inverter. That means it's got an inverter compressor on it. If you take a look at this one here, you have another one. A digital inverter, slightly bigger. This is the only indication that you have a non-standard compressor behind on this thing. You need to now go and take a look at the PC boards. Come up here, please. Okay, will you be able to? Okay, if you take a look at this PC board here, there's three of them. There's one, there's two, there's three. The machine's dead, so we don't have to worry. Okay, over here, this little board here, this is our power suppressor board for our bad voltage in South Africa. Here's your suppressor, there's your choke. Okay, this board is something that's being put on nowadays because of poor Eskom. Okay, this panel on this side here, this one is the standard panel that you get that controls the fan, the evaporator fan, the compressor, the everything. This is the normal one. Okay, what is now being added to the digital inverter is this one here. This is the one that will control the inverter. You need to understand that the inverter and this specific board talk their own language. The inverter compressor will not operate on 220 volt. It will not operate on anything. Between this board and the compressor, it's their own communication game. Nothing will take its place. Okay. If you look on the PC board, you'll see that there is a little red light here. See that light there is dead now at the moment because this whole thing is dead. If you come over to this one here, this is the digital inverter here. Let me just move it a little bit out of the way. Okay. This board is alive. There's our main control board. Okay, power will come into this main control board and it will feed the fans and the lights and the ice maker and all that type of stuff. It will then, by temperature control, feed down onto this board. This is our digital inverter board. The inverter board goes down to the inverter compressor down there. If you look at this board, that light is flashing there. That flashing light, if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you count them, that 3 flash will tell you this is a problem. The specific 3 flash is telling us that the compressor is seized. It's a digital inverter compressor. It seized. It has to be. That's how you diagnose what is going on here. Okay. If you take a look at this one here, we're going to look at compressors just now. If you take a look, let me switch this one off. Okay, if you take a look at this, I just want to move it. This is what we're getting quite a lot in our workshop now. Okay, it comes in, it's been cut off. Yeah, they put a standard compressor in, and they're thinking that this is going to work. Standard compressor cannot talk to the digital board. The only thing that can happen with this compressor, it can either run or stand. Okay, not going to work. Okay, there's no temperature control, there's no fan control, there's no defrost heating, there's no nothing on this thing. Cannot work. If you come and look at top board here, you'll see that somebody has really hacked this into pieces. And this guy knows really a little bit about refrigeration, and he's put a defrost timer in, and he's hacked the wiring. Can't work. Can't work. How can you have a defrost timer in here? There's nothing in temperature control. There's nothing in nothing. Can't work. If you're going to do that, you've got to throw out all of this and redo everything. Okay, let's go down to the button.
Go.
Okay, inverter compressor. You'll see it very clearly written here in about 1 micropixel written there, inverter compressor. You've got to be very careful when you see an inverter compressor. Look at this at the label on the fridge first. Okay, and the next giveaway is the flatness of the plug-in relay. It doesn't have a starter relay like this. Sometimes it will have a Clixton, but it doesn't have a starter relay like this. What it does have is a flat connection. What's name? The three wires. It's 3 plugs. Okay, there the wires being cut off, and you see it flat. This is the side that you see. You see it flat like this, then you know you got an inverter here. Inverter compressor. Sometimes it comes with a Clixton over the top here. It's Clixton or not, it's not important. Clixton, but it looks like it's very similar to what you see here. Are normally connected up there, okay, and no starter, and it plugs in like that. When you see something like this, straight away you know inverter. When you do come across inverter and you're trying to find out what is wrong with it, you take your multimeter, you'll put it on ohms, and you'll see there, okay, fine, the multimeter is almost accurate, but this connection reading, the resistance reading between terminal 1, 2, and 3, all 3 are equal. So in other words, what you read here, over here we're reading 12.3. On the next 2 pins, we're reading 12.3. On the bottom 2 pins, we're reading 12.2, 12.2, 12.3, close enough. Okay, but what I'm saying is X equals X equals X. They must balance. Don't forget when you're testing your compressor, any compressor, you always test it to earth. There must be no reading to earth. Not there, and not there. No reading to earth. And on inverter, all 3 must balance to whatever reading. Not 12.3. It can be any reading, but it must balance. They must be the same. X must equal to X, must be equal to X. Okay, that's the inverter.